abiding neighbors might think about you and join her on this journey. Say yes. Your neighbors need you to say yes. Your family needs you to say yes. The world needs you to say yes. And know that as you choose to live with joy and delight and whimsy and fun, I'm cheering you on. Bob Goff.
Introduction. I grew up in a home where every Saturday morning after eating breakfast together, my parents would look across the table with a glint of mischief in their eyes and tell my brother and me to go outside and have an adventure and don't come back until you do. This means that I did a lot of really dumb stuff. It also means that I used to be really good at having fun. That is, until I became an adult. No one prepped me for the fact that 82% of adulting is admin, and the other 18% is making food for other people and asking your kids, "How did this get wet?" Very unintentionally, between making babies, building a career, and figuring out how things got wet, my priorities became checking things off my to-do list and getting stuff done. I have spent most of my adult life waiting to have fun. I'll focus on fun once my work is caught up or when I feel rested. But up to this point, neither of those things has happened. I can't tell you how many times I have missed playing with my kids to put one more load of laundry in. If I had more time, I'd have more fun, I told myself, but it wasn't the truth. I was lying straight to my face because the alternative felt too big to admit. I had simply forgotten to have fun. I realized I had a problem when a coworker came into my office one morning and said, "I just wanted to check on you because you were kind of a hot mess yesterday." To which I responded, "First of all, thanks for calling me hot." But the truth is, I was a mess the day before, and a lot of days before that. The previous month, I had been on 12 different airplanes, staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning almost every night, sorting out work emergencies. On top of that, my kids had started teasing me because they said my laugh sounded fake, like I was going through the motions and pretending I was amused, but that I had lost my playfulness. They were lighthearted in their approach, but I knew there was truth behind their joking. Sometimes it takes a coworker calling you a hot mess to realize that you have completely forgotten to enjoy your life. I decided that day that I don't want to get to the end of my life and look back and realize that the best thing about me was that I was really good at keeping up with email. I want to have more fun now. I want to live with passion and stop taking life so seriously. I want to do crazy, awesome things to show people I love them. I want my husband to look forward to falling into bed with me at the end of a long day. I want to make my kids laugh, and I want to start truly experiencing what it means to be loved by a good God, because that changes everything. This was the catalyst for making one of the most important decisions I have ever made, right behind choosing a spouse and getting my eyebrows microbladed. Kidding, but still life-changing. I declared that my only goal for the next year was to have more fun. Now, I know it sounds too simple, but let me tell you, it has changed everything, from how I parent to how I interact with people who annoy me. What I have learned over the past year is that fun is the solution to so many of the things we worry about the most. How do I get more done? How do I parent in meaningful ways? How do I make friends? How can I find my purpose? How do I spice up my sex life? How do I adapt when things don't go as planned? How do I improve my marriage? Get unstuck? The answer to every single one of these questions is as predictable as C on a multiple choice test. It's fun, and scientists agree. Stanford University happiness expert Emma Sapala says, "If we focus on boosting fun and happiness in our lives, even in little ways, research suggests that we can end up more productive, charismatic, energetic, and innovative." Let me break this down. All the research presented throughout this book suggests that if we have more fun, we will accomplish more, be healthier, like ourselves better, and people will want to be our friend. Not to mention that fun is an aphrodisiac, the solution for online bullying, and the answer to almost every existential question about how to live a more fulfilling life. If you have forgotten that fun is an option, or if you are feeling numb, bored, or simply ready for a change, fun is the answer, and the more of it, the better. It is all around you, all the time, and you don't have to get all that other stuff done before you pay attention to it. The average human being lives 30,000 days. As of today, I have already lived 14,622 of those days.